Rundown. Slick is a brand new hard, yes, that means alcohol-infused free pup that is crafted with elevated flavors to inspire good times. Delivering 8%.
You're on one today, huh?
Well, Frankie and his fuckhead friend. Delivering 8% ABV at 100 calories or less. Each naturally flavored, slick, spirited ice pop tastes as good, if not better, than any daiquiri margarita you get on the beach or at a patio bar.
8% too.
So swap your typical summer yeah, these are awesome.
Yeah.
So swap your typical summer cocktail or seltzer with slick spirited ice. Scoop up a box or 2 or 10 at your local Walmart or liquor store. Load your freezer for the upcoming weekend. Just know that once you slipping will never be the same. To learn more, go to slickspiritedice.com. It's SLIQ. This ad has been brought to you by This ad has been brought to you by 21 Holdings LLC in West Chicago. Must be 21 up to purchase and consume. Please drink responsibly.
That's like it's like a disclaimer.
You have to.
Yeah.
They know I got one Miami, including you, who's busting my balls for it too. I can't catch it.
Is it like the big? It's like the most expensive house in like the history of Miami or some shit.
Fuck no. I mean, Miami.
But it said something like record-breaking house or something, no?
In the neighborhood. So was the Nantucket one when I got there.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, Miami.
Is it like
If you
big or is it just?
If you look into a house in Miami and you say you don't want it, it's gone. And it is. And I understand. I did it for taxes, so whatever. I bought the market there is. If you blink, it's gone. If you think it's, I looked at fucking 30
massive?
houses.
How many bedrooms?
Way
is
too
it?
big.
Yeah.
Way too big.
How many bedrooms?
A lot. It's the outside. I like the outside, but it is old. But that's what are you gonna do if you want to play? You can't get a small house on the waterfront. They don't exist.
It's a struggle, brother. I get it.
Yeah, it is.
I heard Eddie got dark on the Dave Portnoy show about like the address being out there and Pop
Eddie
Smoke.
gets dark about everything.
He brought up Pop Smoke and was like, "Fuck, that's just a lot."
He did. He brought up Pup Smoke.
Because that is,
it's like they gave out the address. He got killed.
Yeah.
He was dead serious.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So
I don't know
that. So now I know
my
the
address.
exact
People,
house.
Yeah, they're writing articles
I didn't
all
even
over.
like connect
Somebody
that, yeah.
did. It was pretty funny actually. He did a full
But I guess
tour of my house.
That always happens though. You see like Brady buys a $40 million mansion. They have like pictures of it. So
It's got to be pretty hard to keep that under wraps, like with all the
Yeah.
paperwork and all the people
but
that are involved.
They literally wrote the article. It's
Yeah.
named. I bought it in trust, not on my name. It's like he just put it in the trust of his dead dog. It's like Stella Bean LLC.
Okay.
So my name wasn't on it.
Right. So you gotta get like security and shit now.
Yeah. Whatever.
You can get a gun?
No, I don't shoot guns. I know if I got a gun, it would be taken from me and used against me.
Definitely.
So Elon, big news yesterday. He tanked Bitcoin. I'm sick of this guy. And I used to be an Elon backer, and I don't even know the environmental thing on Bitcoin. All I know is 2 weeks ago.
How does Bitcoin ruin the environment?
Because the mining, I
but
thought
I
it was
still
fake. I know, but don't even worry about
Somehow
that.
mining and.
He was all for it 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So if he's just, he just found out? Like, there's no way he didn't know that when he was buying it. And then he sells it and makes billions. He's like, I just sold it, or Tesla's spreadsheet, or there was on their balance sheet. He's like, I just did that to prove the liquidity of Bitcoin. No mention of the environment, and suddenly.
You think that he was just catching heat from like the environmental freaks?
No, I think
that he was like, all right.
buying it.
Yeah,
I think he's
honestly,
the master
if you
of
can,
coins.
The thing is, the whole point of these crypto things is it's not regulated. So if you can pump and dump and make it go down, make it go up, why would you not?
Well, but his people are being like, he's doing it for the environment. He has so much money, he doesn't care.
Like theoretically, if you wanted to
But
just
he
like
did that
pump
with
up
Tesla.
Hoge, you could do that.
He did that with Tesla.
Right.
He literally tweeted out Tesla's stock is overpriced. It tanked in 10%.
Yeah. So why
But
not?
that's illegal.
But that's what I mean, like a stock and
crypto
US
doesn't fall
dollar.
under
Crypto
that?
doesn't.
It's
it's not yet.
It is going to eventually.
Sure, but
But
why
he's
don't
doing
we
this
why not
shit.
take advantage
He's
of what
done
we
it
can?
with Doge. He's done it with. I don't disagree, but let's call it what it is. He's manipulating.
Why don't we
the
have a
market.
stool coin and we just do this ourselves?
It's
All
not
of our
as easy.
stooly idiots would buy our shit, you know?
It's not as easy.
Of course, it's not easy, but you know,
I mean, I
we should
tried to
try.
do that back in the day when I met with the Winklevosses.
For the background, this is the DD. This is Frankie, by the way.
Hey, Frankie.
That was brilliant. that was some Winklevoss shit right there.
I mean, we're two anti-Elon guys, so this is.
I like Elon. I think
Right.
he's genius.
It's
but
been a
this
tough
is-
run for us because he's been
No,
on fire.
no. Well, here's the thing.
He's the richest man in the world.
Yes, no doubt.
Well, you're
when
gonna
it
keep
comes
richer
down,
if he knows I'm about to trash it, it drops 10 to 15% instantly. He rebuys
Buys
it.
it and
Just
sells it.
kidding. That's what he's doing. He's going up and down.
That I can't knock. If
It's not under the umbrella where you get in trouble for that, can they like, once it's in effect, can they go back and be like, you guys fucked this up in the past, so now you're in trouble?
I don't think so.
Then-
but also, who's they?
I don't know.
You know, it's like, who's really gonna...
It's way above my pay grade.
Until Elon, he did, obviously Tesla and then SpaceX, but until he can travel around the world in 30 minutes or go to fucking Jupiter, all the crazy claims he makes that people give him credit for,
Right.
I'm not ready to fucking crown his ass.
I'm crowning his ass. He is literally the Wizard of Oz with coins. It's crazy.
You should get in on that. You should do that. You have the power on a smaller scale to do that.
I have the score, SCR, is down 60%. So I don't know if I have as much power.
But
as
have you
people think.
been doing what he does, like publicly talking about it?
The score?
Yeah.
Yeah, until I decided it was the woke.
And nobody's
every morning.
Nobody's listening to you?
It's-
Where's your fucking clout? Where's
It's
your
down.
pull?
That one didn't work.
You should do Hoach.
Trust me. I mean, Big Mouth Quigs and I have had some
I
conversations.
keep seeing
lately.
Quiggs like walk into your
Yeah,
office,
yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
what's going on
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Why is
Yeah.
he Big Mouth Wigs?
Because everything that happens behind closed doors, he
Talks
blasts.
about. Can't do that.
Sometimes life stinks. The good news is you don't have to, because Native has your back. You probably know that Native's legendary lubricant, but have you ever tried their body wash toothpaste or their brand new mineral-based sunscreen? Native, I wouldn't mind that sunscreen. Native now has a broad spectrum SPF 30 sunscreen for your face and body. Different, right? You can't have the same one for the face and body.
Yeah, not usually.
It's lightweight, absorbs quickly, and you can choose between unscented coconut or pineapple. Make the switch to Native today by going Native
Dio.
Dio?
Like
Dio.
deodorant.
Oh, nativedeo.com/rundown. Use promo code rundown at checkout. Get 20% off your first order. That's nativedeo.com/rundown. Or use promo code rundown at checkout for 20% off your first order. South Carolina president got fired. He was plagiarizing multiple speeches, including just reading like congratulations to like University of California graduates right off the script.
You got fired for that?
Yeah.
What, for like a graduation speech or something?
You don't think the president of a school would get fired for plagiarizing a speech at his
No,
own
'cause
school?
I mean,
Sets
people
a bad
plagiar-
precedent for the students, I would say.
Yeah, but I mean, like everybody plagiarizes speages. Like Joe
What?
Biden, Kamala Harris, like all of them did.
You can't be like
You can't be like kicking kids out of
the
school for
president
plagiarism.
of the
and then,
school plagiarizing like a speech.
Also-
But it doesn't surprise me. They're the biggest school administrators, biggest frauds going. Biggest frauds going.
I feel like anybody giving these speeches
Can't
though
do
is
Coach.
jacking shit though.
But it's got to be easier to mask it than like if you're jacking speeches so badly that people notice, you're a fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
you gotta switch it up.
just
You gotta
gotta,
rearrange it a little bit.
Does, that's, ands. You
Yeah.
change those up and
Change
nobody
the
knows.
order for sure. Yeah, that's lazy.
Everybody.
But
not
also
that I've
somebody
ever
probably
done
just
it, but-
handed him that speech, so that's the real. That guy's probably gonna kill some fucking low-level
Maybe.
speechwriter.
Zach Wilson's mom in the news. She went off. Now, my main thing, Jerry, the account that we linked to this
I mean,
is
that's the first thing I saw.
number one enemy
resist-
of Barstool Sports.
yeah,
I can't.
I don't say
They
the name.
also, I know, weirdly, they're set up in a way which shows you where the blue check mark. I can't even block them. Like if I block that account, it still shows. It's crazy.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I don't
Fuck
even-
those guys.
I saw this topic.
That's not
on the
even
sheet.
Jerry will do. Jerry is so far out of the loop sometimes.
Yeah.
That it's like when I saw him actually link this, I'm like, come on, old man.
So you.
It's literally the worst, the biggest haters of us in the world. And Thornton's plastering them everywhere.
So I don't know anything about this topic.
Just-
What?
So Zach Wilson's mom said that like Disney is full of mask holes.
By
who
the
make
way,
you,
that's a fit. Like you don't have to agree with it. Basically, you're saying, I want to go to Disney, and if I don't want to wear a mask, don't let me. Like they're up your asshole everywhere. Is what she was insinuating, which a lot of people don't like.
So we only made it about 4 hours today at Disney World because my family kind of hates amusement parks. First of all, it was harder than hell out there, like a whore in church. And Disney, you're kind of mask holes, I'm not going to lie. Always up in our business. So
a lot of her, it was like, you know, kind of trashy, but it wasn't. I expected worse when he, like, you know, she's sitting there with her daughter joking around, and she said, like, would you tell her that Snapchat's for whores? I don't know. I don't think that's that big
wasn't
of a
that-
deal,
I didn't
you know?
think it was that
I thought
bad.
it was going to be worse.
But
Like,
it's
I
just
thought,
like, we
I
had
thought
to
it was going to
leave,
be
it was
like
like-
racial and shit
Yeah,
for a
no,
second.
it's
I was
not.
like, oh god,
No,
we got a
Jerry,
death scandal on our
Jerry,
hand.
Jerry deserves
He
to be suspended.
put it in the blog and everything.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
right there.
Jerry
Right there.
absolutely
Linked it
should
right
be
in.
But wait,
suspended.
so like I blocked them, but you're saying if like it'll still pop up on your like. But sometimes I never get muting and blocking. Sometimes doesn't work for
done
me.
it
I feel
all.
like it all pops up for me still.
Oh no, that's the only one I've noticed fights through it.
So you'll see it on your timeline, or if somebody
Everything.
ats you. Or,
Everything.
Yeah.
But if someone else does it, but it's the only they're the
These
Jerry,
guys suck.
Jerry.
Don't put this in the. Don't put the.
Yeah. The worst. And Thornton.
But he's also, it's old balls. He's so
He
removed.
is
you know,
in
it's
a
like
bubble.
it's like if your grandparents do something, you're like,
Sure.
they
Yeah.
didn't know.
Fair
They didn't
point.
know.
Kind of adorable.
In the worst fucking way.
Right, not in a
Thornton.
good way.
Your guy Colton Gay.
Yep.
He says he got caught because he went to like a gay spa, and they threatened to like out him. Who wrote this blog? You?
No.
Who wrote it?
Might have been did
Gay
Kelly
Pat?
write it? Kelly, maybe Pat.
Who
did.
wrote it? Gay Pat? Probably.
Oh, I think Pat did. Yeah, Pat
Gay
wrote it.
Pat.
Yeah.
Gay Pat writing about Gay Colton. I think he had a fair point. When you're that famous
Can't be
and
going.
you're trying to hide the fact that you're gay, which I didn't even know people did nowadays. He must have a religious background or something. Why would he go on The Bachelor when
he
you're
is
gay?
religious, and he's Colton the Bachelor. He went on. He had 30
we
women
called this
vying for
from day. He was
Virgin.
a Division I football player,
Yep.
virgin. Like
So what were you saying? That what's his face is gay?
who?
Tebow.
I just don't think he was a virgin.
Tebow.
Yeah.
Anal doesn't count. That was his.
Yeah, that sort of thing. As soon as I don't know, I feel like this was not a surprise at all. But you're right. Once you become,
Well,
once you
why-
put yourself out there,
Yeah,
and then you
that's
try
not
to go
getting
to
outed.
You gotta at
That's
least put on like
saying
a
I
hood
don't
and
like,
a
that would
hat.
be like me being I don't like baseball and going to a full baseball stadium. People
Yeah.
like, wait a minute.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
still, but yes, but at the end of the day, it's still
You
grimy
never-
to.
That was a gratuitous laugh. You didn't like that.
No, I
It was a bit. It was.
That was a gratuitous laugh.
I see what you're saying. I understand what's.
It was a pity laugh. It was
Yeah,
what it was.
that's exactly what that is.
It's like I like baseball, but I went to a baseball game.
I
It's
know
like a gay
trend
guy
when
getting
you-
outed by a gay
I know,
spa.
I know when you genuinely laugh. That's a genuine laugh.
yeah. There it is. There's the
It's
cackle.
just.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
But there's
Just-
also it's a little bit different
I don't-
stakes of
I don't need
outing
your
someone as a baseball
pity
fan.
laughs, Trent.
Yeah.
Trust me.
No, you're
I'm
funny
okay.
guy.
I'm quite fine with you not finding my jokes funny.
You can't. I agree with everything you said about being too famous, but it's still a grimy move to
It's the most insulting thing ever.
out someone
Trent
for
thinks
being
I
gay.
use fucking fake laughs.
I think.
I
don't wanna say anything else.
Make sure we run that laugh back a couple times. Give
was
a replay of that pity laugh.
Ridiculously fake. Like me being I don't like baseball and going to a full baseball stadium. People are
Yeah.
like, wait a minute.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
still, but yes, but at the end of the day, it's still
You
grimy
never-
to.
That was a gratuitous laugh. You didn't like that.
Do it again. Do it again later.
I'm just gonna
That's
try
like
not
when
to be killed here.
A-Rod, Poppy, and the other guy do Fox Baseball, and they just howl at each
Yeah,
other for like
yeah.
3 hours straight, but nothing's funny. NFL schedule came out, big deal. I think everyone, who fucking cares?
People get so gassed up about this, like it's. I mean,
It was a full-blown subject on PTI too. They're like, they couldn't have picked a better first game. It's like, well, yeah, you could have. You could have picked Bucks Patriots.
Yeah.
Like that would have been way bigger.
meaning,
than Bucks
wait,
Cowboys.
which one were they
It's
praising?
Bucks,
The Bucks,
Cowboys.
yeah,
Thursday night,
yeah.
they're like a home run. What a home run by the league. It's like this will be the most watched game. Well, it's the first, but like if that was
Brady
like
versus
Brady
Patriots.
at New England on Thursday
Well,
night,
that's what Brady.
week 4 is.
Right. He said like when your old friends get together, your new friends. and,
Yeah,
like-
it's not really fucking the Bucks.
but the point being that there's more juice
yeah,
there. And, like
100.
if he's tweeting about it and shit, if that was
that's
week
the biggest
1.
game of the season.
Yeah.
For
Bar-
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will go. I already declared I'm going to go to that. Actually,
That's at Foxborough.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text my friend Mr. Kraft right after this thing. Be like, I never asked for anything. I need tickets to this, or like great tickets, or just be on the sidelines, or like somewhere. Joe Budden, you did your 1 minute man on this.
Budden.
So he fired his co-host, and the story not too dissimilar to anything we've seen it here.
That's what I was
We've
saying.
seen
I feel
Call
like
It
every
Daddy,
show,
like
every-
you go big, there's a dispute on who's like the alpha and who gets the amount of money. I will say, we tried to hire him, and then he wanted too much money. He's not a contract guy. That's the
No.
only thing I would say for
No.
him to be
he's a
pulling the contract card on them. He's not that guy.
He also, I think, is on the record as like making fun of other people, being like, you don't even know the details of your money, and then denying these guys the ability to find out. So like
Yeah,
you can't play
no,
both sides. But he's a lone wolf. Like he
he's
doesn't play.
What is this? His third crew
Yeah,
that he's had,
he
like, on
burns
his
bridges.
podcast?
He
It's not
does that.
surprising.
If he thinks he's underpaid, I think by a nickel,
He'll go nuclear.
pull his shit up. And
Yeah.
he also, I think he's like, I couldn't even get a vibe on him when we met. It's like, I think he's entertaining. I can see why
Yeah.
people love him. I also like that would have ended really
Very
poorly
bad.
with us.
He's very Kirk Minahan-esque in the sense of like, you could do business with him, and you have to know it will absolutely blow up at some point.
And he also, I remember him talking about us during the Call Her Daddy, and it was like he had never met us. Like he was saying things that just were totally not accurate about like Barstool. It's like, dude, you almost
walked in
worked
here and talked.
I remember him being in the office. He like came in and
Yeah, it was
walked
super.
through.
Listen,
Yeah.
He's
he
good,
wanted
too.
an outrageous amount of money. That's why it wasn't because of his talent level where he doesn't bring it. We got, I mean, I had $1 million worth of game on my. They're the best, like in every aspect of life.
You live in life. Who don't do that? The leash, though, Dave. That was.
He said he did it.
Yeah, leash is something.
Yeah, he
else.
did it in prison, though. That was that was totally different, Dave.
Yeah, Dave. I understand, Dave. I understand what he done. I've been there before. They like that shit.
Eddie's having the time of his life.
Eddie loving it.
So we got very lucky.
What'd you think of there was like the money side, but there's also like a personal side of it where one of the co-hosts, Rory, has beef with this other dude, and Joe continues to like work with him and shit. And Rory was kind of like, that's fucked up, and Joe was like, that's like, handle your shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I generally am like on the
Joe's side, right?
If I have beef with somebody, like everybody here has beef with them.
But if
Wait,
I
that's-
had beef with somebody, you would still work with them if you wanted to.
Depends
You
the
would?
level of the beef. I mean, it really depends with the level of the beef.
And the beef between those two guys that you're referring to is pretty serious.
Pretty real, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
They-
think if you had a real issue with somebody, I won't work with them.
What if it was someone, I think Joe and this guy Academics already kind of had a relationship, already did shows and shit. And then, so I'm trying to think of somebody for you.
Well,
but
we
then,
had
then if I
Casey at
came
one
in,
point in the beginning. She was working with Clay, and it's like she was working with him pre-us, and we're like, yeah, you can keep doing your thing, like that.
Okay.
We said that.
Yeah, and then I just stopped doing it.
Yeah, but that wasn't. Clay's not to a level of true. Like I don't like a lot of things like, and I'm over that. But even at that level, it wasn't like, ooh, I want to fucking strangle. I just thought he was trying to use us, but she was already doing it. It would be more personal, I guess. If some, as opposed to like business. Like Clay and I's thing has always been like businessy, not so much the personal. I don't know.
kind of the case by case thing too.
Yeah,
right?
case by case. Like this fucking piece of shit that Frankie's friends with. So this was on a great shirt.
I ruined Frankie's day bringing that
PMT
name up.
came up with.
Fucked you good.
Blake Bortles now on the Packers.
Oh, it's a tough
The
one for Dan.
The shirt that we're selling is like
So
one of my
good.
favorite shirts.
The vote. The vote.
It's Star and Favre and Rodgers and Bortles.
With this on the state of Wisconsin. Like,
Very
that's
funny.
Great shirt.
That hurts though, man. I feel for Dan. That's a tough spot to be in.
Last one, you guys maybe talked about it. No, we were on it. The massive Pup Warner hit. Willie blogged it.
Run, run, run.
You're good.
And Willie basically was telling people you guys stop being pussies. Like it's a unique take because the kid got absolutely demolished. He led with his head. It was a violent
Sacco.
hit.
I think I've talked to Willie before about like will he let his kids play and like what does he think about that? And I'm pretty sure that always is his take. Like my boy's gonna play ball and that's fucking it.
I'm fine with it, but you do like probably have to pull that kid aside and be like, you can't lead
Don't
with
do
your
that
head.
again.
Yeah.
We can't be out here killing kids.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
He did make the tackle though.
Yeah,
Made the play.
That's the goal.
Made the play.
Knocked out.
The sound of it was the worst part. That was a car wreck.
Yeah.
We got anything else post show?
Steve Robinson quitting Minahan.
Yeah, because of Rico.
I mean, you called it. Rico was going to drive a wedge in there.
Took 2
I mean,
seconds.
it took less than a week.
And Steve Robinson confirmed it. He's like the cover up has begun as Rico denied it.
Unbelievable.
So
Wow.
What's Kirk going to do now?
I don't know. Don't know. Never know what he's gonna do. Anybody who knows what Kirk's gonna do is lying.
Maybe Kirk and Joe Budden got to link up.
That would be something.
There's a
that would
combo.
really be something there.
All right, there it is.